Alright. We're gonna talk about Tokyo Ghoul. Now, I ain't watched it in a minute, so I'm kinda winging this, but it's alright though. Okay? We don't need to plan nothing. Now, uh, so like, you know how they got, the main character, the dude with the black hair. I forget their names, but it's the dude with the black hair. And then they got the dude that I think it's his friend. I think it's his brother, but it's the dude with the yellow hair. Okay, like so. Now, we gotta just understand things. We in 2022. All right, you can't look at this like they were in another world. And it's like, okay, how are you interpreting world? You know what I'm saying? World is just a worldview. Something like, you can have a worldview of a fish. You don't go no further. But yeah, so this worldview, you should try to look at it from like, oh, okay, what do you do? What do you got? You act, and you sit back and have your own outlook at what you just acted on or what you just seen, right? As in, you talk to people and then you sit back when you're to yourself, daydream, or when you're thinking to yourself. You feel me? When you're not acting. This was kind of what they talking about, okay? The two sides to yourself. Now, if you do this, don't you think like bigger things than you or taller or broader things than you are doing this in some type of aspect, attribute? Huh? Yeah. So you got these two sides, okay? Why do you think the yellow dude, the yellow hair dude, got gold hair, see gold, the light, and then they black for the your inside emotions, things you can't see but you know are there, But somehow, some way, they're always one of them never knows what the other one is, or no, the son never knows or never really pays attention to the or the yellow dude never pays attention to the main character, which is the black dude, the black hair dude. You know what I mean? So you just gotta understand, like, look at it from that, and then you'll understand how it's kind of like a story to what we all kind of go through all the time. But you can look at it from a beginning, like, this is kind of how things kind of started messing up, but then it's like, it ain't really like that. So, but you could though. But I would say you could just always tie it to what you do all the time, and then so you can start understanding what you use all the time, what you think you not doing, and what you know that you're using while not knowing you're trying to use whatever that is, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever, person, place, thing. So, like, so we got those two sides, right? So the main character, the black hair dude, right? He ended up not knowing how he got into some type of situation, I think. And then this female ghoul, right, was basically about to eat him and stuff like that. But something basically happened where he somehow, some way merged with that female ghoul, or that female ghoul went inside of him and became a part of him. But the way you can just look at this is, okay, you gotta understand things for yourself. And we all understand certain things ain't what it is in society. So we know feminine, masculine gestures and certain things have been said out here, but it ain't even really what it is. And I'm gonna make a video on what feminine and masculine things actually are without extra stuff on it. Like, it is what it is type of thing. Like, bruh, if you a type of person that scream all the time and yell, that's masculine. That's masculine. Especially if you don't ever hold on to things. Like, that's masculine. It ain't even no ifs, ands, or buts to it. You can't look at that like that's feminine just because the world we in made you think you screaming and yell, or like saying things, like putting it out there real quick is feminine. Like, no, that's masculine actually. But anyway, my point is though, like, so we all got stuff that we use, or like we all got them two sides, right? And so basically, it's like, look at it like oh yeah. So like so usually, usually with humans and ghouls, the damn ghoul usually eat the motherfucker or something like that. I think they turn all the way into a ghoul. or they get 8 all the way. I'm not too sure, but y'all can just kind of follow me. So you can think about it like this, like if it's a like a if it's something that became a like kind of one in a way, aka he was able to be unique as hell because he only had one ghoul eye and one human eye, so it's like they merged. If you're able to do that, it's almost like, look, it's to say you somehow, some way was able to, you was already, look, it's all about a resonance. Soul resonant, look, Soul Eater, go watch Soul Eater, but it's all about resonating with certain things. We all do this now. So it's like he already was in that type of like field, that world, that he was used to certain things that ghouls have. Ghouls have, that's just a name, but you can even look at a ghoul, not even, you look at a ghoul like this is something that don't got no actual reality sense, and it uses its emotions, internal natures, mystic, whatever, mystery, whatever, to pretty much get what it wants from humans. Now you can look at this from a lighter level or actual humans that do this, you know, because you're able to obtain the lighter information about the stuff, really. So it's almost like obtaining information is almost just like, you know, being able to interpret certain things just by resonating already with it. But I ain't gonna go too far into that. But anyway, so it's like, you know, the ghoul pretty much, he was the main character, look, okay? That's what I was talking about. And then the girl that he merged with, or whatever, the ghoul. He already was like that. He was already more feminine, because that's all ghouls really are. Now they can use it in a masculine way where they do stuff, but it comes from the feminine nature, the dark, the reflection, the reflector. Huh? So, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, this why he was able to sit there and resonate with that motherfucker. As in, become a part and not be taken over completely. So he was able to keep his... Now, you can also tie this to the fact that he was so heavily built on this human nature, like we all are. So he was able to still keep his sense. And maybe you can look at it like the ghoul has some type of human features where they, or a desire where they can merge together, resonate together, and just be a part, you know, or where that unique thing happened. So look at it like that angle too. At the end of the day, you gotta always look at it like, okay, they're somehow, some way a part of the same world. This motherfucker, you can look at him, see, this is how it'll fuck you up. This is how it'll fuck you up. Because you can look at him like, yeah, he's scary, oh, he's all jittery and stuff like that. Okay, but why though? Why? Motherfucker, cause he crazy. Cause he crazy, but it's really just, he's very, very in tune with that mystic or that dark energy, which we all got. But if you start holding on to stuff, you know, you can build it up basically. But basically he was already in a feminine type of nature. So he resonated with an actual female, but the ghoul itself is more of a feminine nature. That's why he got dark fucking eyes. They brought they darkness up here and it's red. So it's just all about they desire. But yeah, so what they, and a desire is what you really want to do. And I think I made a video about that too. But yeah, so just always look at it like, you know, from what we all do, like what you always, why wouldn't you want to tie it to what you are? Why do you want to look at what other people, what it makes sense? Like, don't you want to see your own existence, like what you done been through? You think you done really lived here one time? How you already know subconsciously that you gotta breathe in? And then we gotta get into how your organs run your body inside of you and you just run outside. But we ain't gonna get into that right now, okay? But you know what I'm saying? So basically, they resonated, hit that, and remember that was, and that main character got the outside side, the other side to him, which is that yellow dude. And they barely talk because this represents the fact that our inside emotional state and how we act is never intact. That's why them dudes are never together. But and this is what happens. Your emotions start running off, get resonate with some type of other thing, and then you become like not yourself no more. You can't be human no more. That's why he can't eat the same things no more, but he can sit there and still interact normally. But after a while, he gets bloodlust, you know what I'm saying? Which means he just wants to, okay, yeah, it says devour a human, but what it's really saying is eat a human. Like, so you wanna take that human's attributes, emotionally, physically, no, not physically, yeah, physically, it turns into physically, because the emotion is the mind, the mental state. So it's like, you know, you're gonna start taking things, and then, you know, you kind of use it for yourself. That's kind of what they mean. But, you know, so it's like, uh, he's not himself no more. But the reality of it is, though, they make these things because this is what's happening to humans. A lot of people ain't eating a lot no more. And you would call it what you want, but it's because we're in different times. We're not, you ain't really supposed to just be eating like that. Now, everybody's different, but always remember, stuff is gonna come back. We're in different times. You gotta always know, okay, why are you doing all this stuff? As in, what's the reason? As in, what's the vibe that you in to even think to do something like that? Always remember that, because it look good, but everybody's different, and it's all about why, or the intent behind why you doing stuff. But this ain't no dang teacher lesson. But yeah, so yeah, Tokyo Ghoul, man. I hope you understand it. It's with you. It's with you, man. We all let your emotion run. Let the main character emotion run. The reflect the moon. You feel me? And the other dude is the sun. So that's the action. He's the emotion insides. Understand that when you don't connect these things or pay attention to them like that, you know, your emotions run off and start, and then they get taken over. Not taken over, but you get such into a state, so jittery, so afraid, that you still cling on to a certain thing that gets you fucked up. You ain't human no more. But it's a gift and a curse, because we in different times, so you kind of do need these qualities. But yeah, y'all. Yay, yay, yay.